Hello everyone, welcome back to another remote sensing lecture video. And in this lecture video I want to talk about something called the error matrix. Now the error matrix is like the fundamental unit of most of the quantitative accuracy assessment that we're going to talk about in this module. So really understanding what the error matrix is, where the numbers in the table come from, and what the numbers mean is going to be extremely important. So what I want to spend this video doing is just getting the grasp of what the numbers inside of the table mean and where they come from. And then we'll spend the next video building upon those to actually do some sort of measure of accuracy assessment. But for right now, I just want to talk about what we mean when we say validation label, what we mean when we say map class, and what each one of these cells is actually comparing. Okay. So on the left-hand side here, we have a sample image. I made this in Excel, and we have four classes. We have the forest, which has been classified and colored green here. We have water, which has been classified and shown as the blue. We have soil, which is the brown, and then we have urban, which is the light gray. So a pixel is assigned the color of the class. So this is a water pixel, this is an urban pixel, forest pixel, soil pixel, and so on. Now what you might notice are these colored dots. And the colored dots are close in color, but they're not exact, and that's because I want to be able to see them. And so each one of these colored dots is a piece of validation data. All right, remember we said that validation data was like training data, but the model didn't know about it? Well, what this is going to allow us to do is this is going to allow us to create our error matrix here. And so if you'll notice here, we have validation label across the top, and we have map class along the bottom. So basically what we're going to do to create the error matrix is we're going to go to a piece of validation data, say this one here, and we're going to say it's a water label, right? We know it's water. We're going to compare it to the map. The map also says it's water. So it's going to go in here and count as 1, okay? So for example, if we were to look at this one, right here, the validation label says water, but the map class is forest, so it's going to go water here, forest here, it's going to put 1 here, okay? So what I want to do is I want to walk through taking we have 50 validation data, we have 40 validation data, right? We have 10 for each of the 4 classes, and I want to fill in this error matrix so that you really get a feel for where all the numbers are coming from. So let's start with water. Well, water validation is going to be this light blue color here. So let's figure out how many water validation points were properly classified with a map class of water. Right? Again, water validation label, meaning the blue dot, on a map class of water, meaning the light blue square. Where do we have a light blue dot on top of a light blue square? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right? So what we're going to do is in the water on water, we're going to put a 7, right? Because this is the number of validation water data set that we have that were classified as water. Okay? So now let's look and say, well, how many of our water validation data are on a map class of forest? So what that means is how many of our blue dots are on green squares, right? Because we're saying it's water, the map is saying it's forest. Okay, how many times does that happen? Well, we have 1 here, and we have 1 here, so we're going to get a value of 2 in the table. Okay. Urban. Water, we say it's water, it says it's urban. Does that happen? It does not appear to, right? So we actually get to put a value of 0 here, right? Because we have no water data that was misclassified as urban. Okay. And then finally soil, right? That's going to be the blue dot on the brown square. And we have 1 of those. Okay. So let's go ahead and quickly just finish this table up. For forest, right, this is going to be the green circles, or I guess that might be a little more yellow, the yellowish green circles. So how many yellowish green circles do we have on blue squares, right? Because that would be meaning we called it a forest, but the map is calling it water. I don't think we have any, so we would put a 0 there. Okay, forest as forest. So that's going to be light green on dark green. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're going to put a 6 there. Okay. Forest on urban. So this would be the light green on the gray. Just making sure I don't see that happening at all, so that would get a 0 as well. And then finally, forest on soil. So it's going to be the light green on the brown. And that seems to happen 1, 2, 3, 4 times. So we would put a 4 there. And we can check ourselves. This should add up to 10, which indeed it does. Okay. What about urban? So urban is going to be the black dots. So where are the black dots on the blue squares, right? Because that would be the urban. We're saying it's urban when the map is saying it's water. Do we have any of those? Does not appear that we do. So that would also be a 0. Okay. The next thing would be, do we have any urban that are called forest? So that would, again, that would be the black dot on the green square. It looks like we have 1, 2 of those. Okay. So this should hopefully be the best, urban on urban. So this would be where the model got it right. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then finally, we're telling the computer it's urban. The computer thought it was soil. That would be right here, which would be 1. All right, finally, soil. Soil misclassified as water. We actually don't have any of that. Soil misclassified as forest. So that would be the brown dots in the green squares. It looks like we have 1 of those. Okay. Soil classified as urban. We have 1, 2. And then finally, soil classified as soil. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 adds up to 10. All right, perfect. So this would be the foundation of our error matrix, where on the top is what we say that it is. So this is the thing that we know to be true. And on the left, this is what the map is saying, or the classification is saying, right? So this is, we say it's water. This is the map says it's forest. So we have 2 pixels where we say it's water. The map says it's forest. Okay? Hopefully that makes sense. Again, understanding where these numbers come from and what the comparisons are being made here mean is going to be very important. So hopefully you understand this. And if you have any questions, please reach out. Thank you.